Hello there, and welcome to this conversation with Jeff Gowan, Marketing Director of Wind River. Great to have you here today, Jeff. Thanks very much for your time.
Likewise.
We're really excited to have you as part of Fyuz this year. So without any further ado, tell me about what Wind River are presenting at Fyuz and why.
Sure. Yeah. So we've got a pretty exciting program that we put together. Well, let me back up just a little bit. We believe that Open RAN is at a tipping point. So that's the point where there's enough momentum from a series of small changes or incidents that we think it's creating a larger and more important and more sustainable change. And so with that in mind, we're offering what we're calling the Open RAN tipping point session. That's going to be Monday from 2:30 to 4:30. And then, in addition to that session, we're also going to be joining a couple of main stage sessions. So we're going to be talking about some challenges that need to be addressed to accelerate Open RAN adoption, as well as assessing and evaluating the promise of Open RAN. All of these topics, I think we've got an informed perspective that we can share.
Fantastic. And so what will people learn from this session? What can they expect?
Sure. Yeah. So the tipping point session, I would describe it really as a double-click review of how Open RAN has been deployed. And what I mean by that is, we've got 2 hours, so it's not, a full day, but it's not just a super high level either. So we'll talk about some basics from our live deployments at Verizon and Vodafone and Elisa. We'll talk about some lessons learned from our 3 years of deployment experience. So, that's a combined total of roughly 18,000 nodes. So, we've definitely learned a lot along the way. We'll hit on some open source and consortia, sort of the role of each and how to navigate. And then, of course, we'll talk about the fundamentals of our solution, which include a distributed cloud platform, an analytics platform, and an orchestration and automation solution that all work together.
Fantastic. So you talked there about work that you've done with other partners. Can people expect to see any partners at Fyuz and what kind of things they'll be discussing?
Absolutely. I mean, there'll be a bunch of our partners at Fyuz, but specifically for the tipping point session, integration and partner relationships are critical when we're talking about Open RAN, and service providers are really looking for the ecosystem to make sure everything works together the way it should. And so we have a proven solution with Intel and Dell, and so they're going to be joining us at the tipping point session. And along the agenda that I've already shared, they'll also be talking about their individual pieces and how they fit into that solution, and we'll provide some insight to their experience also.
Absolutely, Britt. As you know, at TIP, we love collaboration and we love bringing everyone together. So it's really, really good that you've got that. I suppose the next question I have then is, how does this summit and how does all this fit into the long-term vision for Wind River and what you guys are up to?
Sure. Yeah. So for Wind River's telecommunication business, virtual and Open RAN are absolutely a key focal point for us. And we came to Fyuz last year and were particularly impressed with the focus of the agenda and the level of participation. So, it gave us an opportunity to share and learn from our peers in the market, as well as meet with the key decision makers that we want to get in front of, from the CTO offices and planning offices of the various service providers that we work with. So, we're looking forward to something very similar and maybe even more this year.
Brilliant. Well, we're really, really excited that you're joining us at Fyuz. We've got an amazing agenda lined up. We've got huge breakout sessions, you guys included. I personally encourage everyone to come along, check out what Wind River are talking about. As you say, you guys have got the experience, you work with the partners who are involved in the TIP community. So I think there's a huge amount that people can learn there. So with that said, if people need more information beforehand, what should they do?
Sure. So there's a number of ways you can reach us. Obviously, you can go to our website, windriver.com/telecommunications. You can email me, jeff.gowan@windriver.com, or while we're in Madrid, be sure and stop by our booth. We're booth number 23. Shouldn't be too hard to find. But yeah, we're going to be up there with all of our partners, and looking forward to speaking to you.
Well, I'm sure everyone's looking forward to meeting you guys, hearing what you've got to say, seeing the new things that you're working on. I'm personally very excited to see you all in Madrid. I don't speak any Spanish, but I think I can just about remember how to say goodbye. Possibly I can't, actually.
Please and thank you. I think those are key.
Exactly, that'll do. Well, thanks very much for joining us today. As I say, looking forward to seeing you in Madrid, and have a great day.
Likewise. Thanks, John. We'll see you there.